Hello there, Amber.
Hello, Miss Jen. How are you?
I'm good. Today, you guys, today we're going to be talking about yours for this season. We wanted to include a holiday book on the podcast. And let me give you the little blurb about the book so you know what we're going to be talking about today. For an ambitious attorney and a rising star chef, a cross cultural fake romance takes an unexpected detour in a heartwarming and funny novel by the author of Much Ado About Nada and Aisha at Last. When Samira Malik oh, by the way, this book is by Uzma Jalaluddin. And forgive us in advance if we say any of the names wrong, but welcome back to Marketing Strategy Academy podcast, where we help female entrepreneurs go from marketing overwhelm to an easy, streamlined strategy and system that includes Pinterest and repurposing content to grow their businesses when they have very little time. I'm your host, Jen Vasquez. Let's jump right into it. This was an incredible book, and I can't wait to talk about it. When Samir Malik and Tom Cook meet at a ho-hum holiday party, neither is looking for romance. Samir is working ridiculous hours at her law firm and healing from heartache while navigating a recently resolved family estrangement. Tom's hustling to turn his social media stardom into a real career while fending off his family's demand to give up his chef dreams and move back home. The two share a few laughs and a samosa making lesson and then go their separate ways. But when one of Tom's posts starts a viral rumor that they're a couple, he suggests that they keep up the ruse for a few months. It's a good proposal, and a fomance will help Tom grow his popularity. And in return, he can help Samira land a wealthy client. The only problem, their parents. When Samira's very Muslim parents insist on meeting Tom's very not Muslim family over the Christmas in rural Alaska, the stage is set for misunderstandings, holiday hijinks, and an epic culture clash. As the Maliks and the Cooks exchange holiday traditions and endless opinions on their children's lives, Samira and Tom realize they have a lot in common, including an attraction that's starting to feel very real. What did you think about this book?
I have a lot of thoughts. One, I realized that Tom Cook's last name, right? He plays this influencer chef.
Yep.
His last name's Cook. I don't think that ever clicked the whole time.
It's Cook. It's Cooke.
No, but I was just like, oh, his last name's Cook. So that's kind of funny. I will say that this is my first time reading from this author. I did like her style. And
Yes.
if I had to give this genre or tropes or whatever, I would say it's fake dating. It is,
which I love. It's not necessarily your favorite, but I love it.
I would also say that it's super slow burn. I would even say that it was insta love for the man. Mel.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was. I'm just going to put that out there.
No, I 100% agree. So, and I loved that.
Oh my God. I really enjoyed this book. And I honestly didn't think I would like it. One, I'm not a big fan of holiday romance books, like holiday rom-coms, which is crazy because
I love them.
I know, but I just love watching like Hallmark holiday movies. But I think my hubster ruined it for me because he was like, they're all the same. They all have the same plot. And then he started picking them apart. And I'm like, stop, you're ruining it. It's like,
that's not nice.
So
your hubster needs to take a step back.
So I remember messaging you and I was like, this is giving so much of the proposal movie vibes with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds.
100%. 100%.
Fake dating. They do go to rural Alaska. Somehow her very enthusiastic and just meddling mother manages to get like invited to Alaska
With his meddling mother, they just
stepmother. Yeah. And so
yeah.
it would, and like when they were setting up the scene, like he's going to Alaska, Alaska. I was like, I could hear Sandra Bullock say it in my head.
Exactly.
And then,
I could picture her running with the puppy in the air for the hawk that's trying
right?
to get the dog in
So,
the proposal.
so many scenes in the book made me like when they were picked up from the airport and she realizes that he's kind of like royalty in Alaska in this small town. And like,
She was assuming something different, which I loved that. I
like,
loved that I didn't
oh, it's,
it just
oh my God.
came.
I just realized that while they were going, it never clicked that it's Cooks. Oh my God. But anyway, and she was like, why is everything after like your name? And he's just kind of embarrassed and like
Yes.
doesn't want to,
And does not want to be a part of the family
just
business.
like Ryan Reynolds in The Proposal. And so they
Yep.
described the house. That's the house I pictured. It was on the water. It was huge. It was like a castle.
Only it was in winter with the snow. So
But they were
exactly the
kind of in the
same.
winter because they went for, well, they didn't go for the holidays. I forgot when they went. But it, and then there was like the ex-girlfriend that they were going to get married and was like The Proposal. But dare I say it was better.
Yeah, it was deeper because they really delved into families wanting their kids to get married and like, time is ticking, the clock is ticking, they need some grandbabies. And what was really intriguing about this book too is that the attorney is not a practicing Muslim, but her family is.
Mhm,
And there was an estrangement, which I don't think I'm giving anything away because that's kind of how the book like started.
mhm.
But there was an estrangement. Pardon?
The parents were trying to set her up.
For
And then
sure.
she realized that she needed like an out
Yeah. Well, and she didn't tell them about a whole entire
relationship. Just
relationship.
kept,
But what I loved about this book is that it brought in the culture of her family and the Muslim, spirit and having both families get together, seeing how they went through their own traditions. Like they went through Christmas, which is not their holiday. And I was like,
it was
can a
so,
country be like this kind and wanting to learn more about people?
I laughed so hard because I could totally see myself being in this situation of just not knowing, but trying to be respectful of someone else's beliefs.
Yes. Yes.
The family in Alaska presented a gift to this South Asian Muslim family, right? And they
Yes.
presented a Christmas gift to this, I don't know if they said their religion, just Christian, I guess, family in Alaska.
Yeah.
And the gifts were just like, oh, oh. It was just like they were trying so hard to be respectful and like to be like, hey, I'm trying. But they were just so, I don't want to say not well done. It was just like, oh,
They did, and I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but again, I'm not gonna give it away, but they do something in this book that everyone does when they're trying to have people feel comfortable, so they
yes,
do
they
this thing,
tried.
and yet it can look so disrespectful sometimes.
It was,
No one took it
no,
wrong though, which was
it was
lovely.
so well done. They were so respectful. I loved both families. I loved
I love both
Samira's family.
characters.
I loved her dad. I loved
Yes.
her. She had an older sister who could do no wrong, and then the
Oh,
baby
yes.
brother who was like a star in his own right. And then she's the middle child.
Full on family, the hilarious part of a family, the kind and heartwarming
Loved
part of a
that
family,
family.
but it could have gone real wrong, right? And it didn't, and that made
No,
me so happy.
I loved Samira's
Um,
family. I loved Cook's family.
yeah.
So his mom had passed, and the dad had remarried, and
Yes.
they had a son together. And so he had a half brother and a stepmom, and their dynamics shaped him and how he was doing things. And I loved
And
how
it really
both of
it
the,
brought the
yeah,
families together.
I was like,
It brought everyone
the
together.
dads of both families bonded over certain things. The
Yes.
moms of both families bonded over certain,
Yes.
the brothers bonded. I was just, it was just really well done. I loved this book.
Me too. And the The thing that I loved, I think, the most was they weren't really together, but they were pretending to be together, which is the whole premise of the book, so I'm not giving it away, but how understanding and supportive both families were when they were, like, in their heads, we're like, "We're not even together," and they're, like, wanting them together, like, you know what I mean?
Well,
They jump
Spirit
from
kept telling
from
her parents, like,
people
"We're not
setting them up.
together. We're not together." And they were like, "Sure, honey."
Sure you're not.
Sure.
Sure you're not. Like, you couldn't even they couldn't even tell the truth. It was about healing from family drama,
Oh, yeah.
and the way that they made that resolution was not ignoring everything that happened, it was literally working through it, which I thought was so not typical for a rom-com.
Yeah, I agree. I think this book was all about family, faith, and food.
Family, faith, and community. They were both really big on community, like, their community and also, like, the family in Alaska, their community, like,
Yeah.
everyone wanted to, like it was like a village, you know
Yeah,
what I
I mean,
mean?
there
It
was a
was
lot of
so
family
fun.
trauma and overcoming it.
Yes,
There was some romance. There was some a lot of personal growth, I should say. I would say there
yes.
was a lot of humor. I still think about the gifts that the Maliks gave the family. Like that made me like laughed so hard. I had to tell the hupster like what the gift was, and he was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "And you can't do anything with it because then like you're kind of stuck with just having it." It was so comical to me.
I
Not you, I'm
think
just
that
like listeners.
yeah, yeah, in general. Yeah.
I thought it was really I thought it was something that could be done in real life out of respect and taken like poorly.
Yes.
But I thought it was really cute. And so there was some drama towards the end. There wasn't like this like huge third act breakup or anything like big that makes you like cringe. Everybody goes through their character arcs. And when I say everybody, I feel like the whole families, everybody goes through like
Everybody.
everybody gets some healing. And I really loved that. But the thing I loved the most was when they meet and she sees him and he's just going out to put food. They're at a holiday party. He's catering it. He goes out to put food out or something and she stops him to ask for something.
Their meet cute was amazing.
And like she asked, she's like, "Oh, do you have this like what cranberry ginger ale?" I didn't even know they made that. And he's like,
Neither
"Oh,"
did
and
I.
he's like, "Yeah, of course." And so he goes, but when you get into his chapter and his point of view, he's like taken aback by like just her and how she's holding herself and how she handles some aggressive men and how she's witty and how she's so beautiful that he leaves the event that he's catering to go to the like local bodega to pick her up some ginger ale and bring it. And I was just like, oh my God, he's already smitten. Like
Well, and the fact that she, like, assumed he was, like,
a
a
waiter.
waiter
I know.
and having a big, huge argument on the phone in front of him, it was
It was
just
so cute.
it was such a unique meet cute. I'll just put it that way. I have not heard a way of meeting in a rom-com like this. This was more realistic, I would say.
I thought it was really cute, and I thought it was a really good way for the how the author interjected like the family, and so like the mom, Samir's mom, also got like a meet cute with
Yeah.
the male main character in that moment, and so I
Yes.
thought that was really cute. That's when
Yes.
like her
Well,
meddling took over, and I was like, oh,
and let me just say too, the gall of Samir's mom
she was,
was
she was.
and I don't wanna give it away because that whole I just kept going, "I can't believe someone would do that. I can't believe someone would do that." Like,
I can believe
I'm
it.
a mom
I
and all that
totally
kinda stuff, but I was like, "Wow." Wow, and the fact that he went along with it is how I know that he was already obsessed.
Oh my god, I loved it. So I feel like this book deals with like a lot of heavy family trauma. I loved how there was a lot of layers to each character. Like it wasn't just a side character here or there. Like everybody had growth, and
Yes.
you got to see bits of everybody's story come and how it was woven together. I really liked the male main character. There was a couple of incidences. There
Mhm.
was several moments where I was just like, I wanted to slap him. That's okay.
Of course. He's a man.
I really liked it. I liked how I feel like we can all relate to some degree to like
Mhm.
Sarah, like you have a family that's meddling or even friends or people in your life that are important to you, so you hide certain aspects because you just don't
Yes.
want them to intrude in like your little happy bubble. And then
Yes.
when it explodes, you can't really turn to them because they will tell you like so or
Yes.
they won't know. And then so all you can do is try to control what you can. And most people, like, and when I say most people, I'm mainly talking about myself. What that looks like for control is like pouring more into work and trying to be like just trying to be successful in that thing,
Yes.
one area. And
Yes.
then you feel like your life is unbalanced. And so I liked
Correct.
how with this story, that's where she was, and that's what you saw in the beginning. But as you read,
Her growth was amazing.
like there was more balance to her life. Like she,
And honesty.
yeah,
She was learning to be honest and to yeah, I don't wanna ruin it. I will
it's hard not
also
to
say
ruin it.
too
Like it's hard to say.
I know because I wanna say all the things. One thing I really loved is sometimes in books I have experienced when someone is sort of educating you on another culture or another religion, and it's kind of shoved down your throat and doesn't, like, fit with the story, where this one, I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that about Muslims. Oh my gosh, that's so intriguing. I had no idea." And to see them also resolve things at the end and what I feel like was realistic,
Yeah.
right? It wasn't just, I'm sorry," and boom, you're super happy as a family and no problems anymore. Like, it felt
There's
real.
a lot
They
of growth.
she got
Yeah.
real. Yeah, I loved it, and I think
Heartwarming.
the kindness and, the ability to see somebody else's life by putting their feet into their shoes, I feels like it hasn't happened a lot. The bottom line is that story was better because of that culture knowledge. It was so good, and I was really excited to read it, and
I
I laughed, and I felt, and it was just beautiful.
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be I thought it was really well done. I loved the mis like I don't like miscommunication, but
No, but it was
it was well done.
you could handle it, yes.
I thought the characters were well written. I thought everybody has flaws, right? Every single person had flaws. I thought like, yeah, your two main characters, but everybody else is like a side character, right? I thought they brought humor to the story. I liked his insta love. It's just so cute. I love their growth. I love the families. I love the different cultures and how they intermingled with each other. And I keep saying with respect because I feel like
With not even respect, I mean, with respect, but with an eagerness to learn
yeah, I was
more. That is what I
right?
loved.
Like,
Yes.
love the meddling mother. I love the dad who was just like was okay standing back to let his wife meddle, but would step in when needed, like at
Yep.
least step in. And
Yep.
I just, yeah, I liked. I didn't think I was gonna like this person in the book because I didn't like her in the movie. The proposal, the ex girlfriend in the
Oh,
last.
yes.
I still liked her. I was like,
I did too.
I was like, are we gonna get her story? Like,
That's what I was wondering too.
I really thoroughly, I thought enjoyed this book. I thought it was gonna be like this cheesy Hallmark proposal spinoff, and it kind of it reminded me a lot of the
In a
proposal.
good way, it was,
It
but it
wasn't
was better.
Hallmarky. It was
No.
characters had
It wasn't cheeky. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, there was a lot of growth.
And the writing was so
But
intelligent.
it's
It
a
was so
slow burn though. Slow,
yeah, I wish there was a little bit more. That would have been
slow burn.
100%. Yeah, I think it was a like a 0 to 1 spice rating.
I mean, I think there. I can't even remember any spicy.
I think it was like at maybe at the very end. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I think
Five
it's 0 pretty
point
much.
five.
Point 0.5,
There may be
point 0.5.
something, but we can't remember it. So there may be something there.
It was just a really, really good story that I immersed myself in and loved. I rated it a 4 overall.
I did too. I really like the author. and I would be willing to read more from her.
For sure.
Um,
It's best-selling right now, so, like, it's literally getting its due at the moment, but we would
Good
love
for
for
her.
you guys to read it and let us know what your thoughts are. Give us a comment on Instagram.
Yeah, so we rated a 4, spice level, we said 0.5 because we can't remember the spicings. We did read this a couple of weeks back, but I love this little book. Yeah. I'm just reading the description. It says multi-faith holiday rom-com. I'm like, there you go. It's more than a rom-com.
I feel like it's smarter than a holiday rom-com. Holiday rom-coms are things that you can read in a day, and it may make you laugh or make you swoon, but,
It's a little
like,
cheesy.
I still think about this book. It was really intelligent.
Yes. I also like, and this is weird because I don't typically like this in my books, but I liked how he was an influencer and they talked a little bit about social media.
Yes. A lot about
Well,
social
yeah,
media, in
but
fact.
it's just
Yes.
like,
It was
it was
interesting.
interesting because normally I don't like modern references in books. Most of the time I don't like modern references in books, but when he was like when they were filming each other and to be on his videos, I like those moments. So,
I loved it because it's almost like they forgot that they were filming, they just were really into it.
yes, I love. Yeah, okay, so there's our thoughts on this book. Apparently we loved it.
Yay! Well, thank you so much for tuning in, babes, and if you loved hanging out with us today, don't forget to check the show notes for all the juicy details and the links.
You can also discover your next book boyfriend with our epic quiz, which is linked in our show notes. And of course, follow us for more spicy reads, hot takes, and unfiltered fun. Until next time, stay morally gray.
Bye.
Bye.